We got some more camshaft core tech for you, so hang loose. All right, so we had a customer that sent in a brand new camshaft, and he had some concerns, so he wanted me to look at it and check some things. So this is a Pontiac roller. This core here is the exact same core as this core, same part number. So what has happened here is the company ground a solid roller on a hydraulic roller core. So this core is part number 313600, and if we look right here in the core catalog, we can see that the core is 270 at 50 with 350 lobe lift, 108 intake center line, and 112 exhaust center line. So that's 110 plus 2 is what that ends up being. So keep in mind that 350 lobe lift. So I just run it on the Cam Doctor to verify. So if we look, it's 426 lobe lift on the intake and 406 on the exhaust, and it's 255 on the intake duration and 263 on the exhaust. So the duration's in the window, but the problem is the lobe lift is just extremely too big. So I done a little measuring. The base circle on the intake, and I made me some notes here, the base circle on the intake is 1 inch and 25 thousandths. The base circle on the unground core is 1 inch 250 thousandths. So that's a reduction of base circle 225 thousandths, basically 7/32 of an inch. And so what has happened is it's all the way, if you can see, like you can see there's the factory core material, and I mean it's all the way down into the actual, body of the cam. So what happens when you do that is, if you can imagine, my horrible drawing, I should have already had something drew out. So, you got a heat treat line that's following the profile, and it's evenly spaced all the way around. Well, when you take the whole bottom off of the cam, now there's no heat treat down here. It's just all gone. And so we'll go over to the Rockwell tester, but I tested it, and it should be pretty close to 60 Rockwell. And on the base circle side, this core is 30, which is the base material. I mean, the base material would be 25 to 30 Rockwell. So, and then, as it comes up, the side, it's just, it just fades out into nothing, the heat treat line. So it's just super thin right where it needs to be the most. Because obviously, right here is, the highest velocity area, and the heat treat depth is going to be just, it's going to look like a crescent moon. It's just going tapering down to absolutely nothing. So it's not going to live long with it like that. But let's walk over to the Rockwell tester, and I'll just show you what it says. And that's like 34. So, and I've checked a couple of spots, and like I say, most of them I checked was like 30, 32. So, and let's check the unground core, and I'll show you what it says. And see, that's 50 on the, and sometimes I think this material is 1055. I think the 8660 stuff, it'll be on up into 58, 56, 58, but I think this is 1055. So, but still, you know, you can see that the bulk of the heat treat is just gone. And we always, you know, we always wonder, well, how deep is the heat treat? And like I say, they took 255 thousandths off of the base circle, and I mean 255 thousandths. That's a lot. So you know, you can just, you know, we always said on most induction stuff, the heat treat's about 200 deep. And you still need, you know, even though the heat treat's 200 deep, you can't go 200 deep. It's like building a brick wall. Well, if it's 4 foot tall, but it ain't but 2 inches thick, you know, even though it's a brick wall, it's got to have something behind it so you got to have some depth to the heat treat lift for it to live. So just keep that in mind. You know, if you see something like that, I mean, you get a cam and the whole base circle is gone like that, I mean, that's a red flag that you probably want to look into to what's going on there, because that's not how it should be done. The spool should be the proper size for the job you're doing, you know, and if you're going to do 425 lobe lift, the core should be, you know, already roughed in at 400 or 425, and then it, you know, it looks like it should. All right, hopefully that was helpful. Thank you so much. We'll see you on the next one.